Your camera ready, IG ready, Snapchat ready. Put on a stink face. Wind your bumper for the camera. Wind your bumper for the camera. Bend it over in the camera, in the camera, in the camera. Angle it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Liallure here, back at it again with another video, giving you the content you want, you need, and you can't live without. My pillow literally just fell as I said that. Wow, okay. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, watch all my videos, because I think from this point on it's about to get like interesting. To all my new subscribers, I definitely see you. Shout out to you. Thank you for subscribing. Love you so much. So in today's video, I'm finally giving you guys a story time. Yay! I'm laughing already because, like, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna film this. Like, I really didn't think I was gonna film this story time, because I was like, yo bro, like, I'm actually pretty embarrassed about this. But I decided to film the video and post it because this happened when I was young, you know, a young girl, and I feel like a lot of young girls my age deal with stuff like this and they think it's acceptable, but it's not. Okay, so I wanted to make this video to tell my story, you know, even if it's to entertain you guys. I wanted to tell you my story and to let you know that this is not okay. All right, don't let nobody's raggedy son do this to you. Don't let nobody's broke son do this to you. Like, just don't. Okay, it's not okay. It's not okay. So if you want to hear a story about how I got played, make sure you stick around and watch this video. Okay, so first things first, this happened back in like my freshman year of high school. I'm actually positive that it was my freshman year, even though this was pretty far back. Yeah, it was my freshman year. Anyway, so back around that time, like, Facebook was really popping. Like, now I'm not on Facebook anymore. I haven't been on Facebook for a pretty long time. Like, sometimes I check in, but usually I'm not on Facebook. Anyway, when I was in high school, like, Facebook was really a thing. Like, if you had a boyfriend, you would always be on there with your Facebook. You would always like hack his page, like Bay Hair or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I started dating this boy that I had met on Facebook around the time. I forgot how we started speaking, but the point is we did start speaking. So he sent me a friend request and I accepted it, and he slid in my little messages or whatever. And I thought he was cute, even though he low-key like looked like Lord Farquaad. Like, I thought he was cute at the time. So we're gonna call him Alan. We're gonna call him Alan. I met Alan, and then Alan was like, yeah, I'm Haitian. Alan was 2 years older than me. He told me that he went to school in Queens, and I was like, cool. Like, he was telling me all the things he did, and I thought he was a cool person. Like, I thought he was on vibes. And he was kind of like Facebook famous a little bit, like, not OD, but you could tell he definitely had some type of clout on Facebook. A lot of people would like post on his wall and like comment on his posts and his pictures and stuff like that. So, you know, I had me a little poppin' boost. So I was like, okay, like, for me, because I'm someone who's very quiet and introverted, and if I think that I'm quiet now in high school, I was talking to no one. I wasn't talking to anybody, okay? So the fact that I had this boyfriend who was kind of like in the mix of everything was like funny to me and my friends, actually. So we were in this relationship, right? Like, after we started talking and we realized that we vibed a little bit, we decided to get into a relationship. Okay, boom. So it was cute. I would hack his page, Bay Hair. He would hack mine. You know, we would like check each other's inboxes, but it was nothing like malicious, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would just do it because that's the thing you did back then. So I didn't see anything going on in his Facebook, even though that's where he would be the most active. So I thought that everything was cool. It was not. It happened like a few months later. I really don't want this story to be all over the place, but I'm trying to put pieces together, and I'm being as honest as I possibly can here. So I think we were together for a few months. Honestly, we were together for maybe like 6 months or something like that. That sounds about right to me. So like I said, he went to school in Queens, but he lived in Brooklyn. So like, he would be around my ways a lot, and even though we didn't hang out a lot, we would talk all the time. And sometimes when like I had a day off from school for like a holiday or like a Regents or something like that, we would see each other. Like, we would hang out, and he would like come to my neighborhood, we would go to the park, whatever the case was. One day I'm hanging out with him, We had a day off from school, right? It was like a holiday. I forgot what holiday it was. It was probably like Rosh Hashanah or something like that. Anyway, he comes to my neighborhood. We're hanging out, we're chilling, we swap each other's phones. Like I said, this was completely normal. It's something we always did. It wasn't an insecurity thing, a trust issue thing, nothing like that. So I'm going in his phone and he's going in mine. So I go into his text messages because at this point I know all his close friends, right? So I'm like, okay, like there's gonna be nothing in here, but I'm expecting to see some like foolish conversations between him and his friends. So I'm like, oh, like what do you talk about with your friends? What do your friends say about me? Like what do you say about me? That's why I wanted to go into his messages. But apparently there was other stuff going on. I go into his messages and I see my friend's name. I see my friend's name, and at first it wasn't really a shock because I knew that like at the time him and my friends had like added each other on social media. So I was like, okay, cool, like that's probably nothing, like they probably just formed some type of friendship or whatever. I'm thinking that nothing's going on. I'm like, all right, cool, let me just go into the messages. Anyway, I really can't make this up. I scroll a little bit, like I scroll 2 messages up, and what do I see? What do I see? A picture of my friend in her bra and panties in my man's messages. In my man's mine. I was literally so confused. And at first I started looking at it and I was like, am I bugging? Like, am I mistaken? This can't be the same girl. But I was like, hell yeah, it's the same girl. I saw her face. Her face was in the picture. It's not mistaken. Like, I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey. He's like, what's up? I was like, what's this? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, what is this? And so I show him the picture and I was like, why is my friend sending you pictures of herself in her, like her bra and panties? Like, what's up with that? Like, he was like, oh, I don't know, she was flirting with me, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So at this point, I'm mad, but like, I'm scrolling through the messages to see like what they were talking about. Because my thing is, right, if you feel comfortable enough to send a man a picture of you, a revealing picture of you, a man that for one is in a relationship and two is in a relationship with your friend, then my thing is that the man had to give you some type of inkling that it was okay to do something like that. There's no way this girl just sent the picture without him being like, giving her some type of like, you know, a feeling that he was into her or something like that. I was like, nah. So at this point I'm at his throat because I'm like, what is this? Honestly, like, you're playing disrespect right now. I don't like this. Who do you think I am? Why would you even do this? This is my friend. Like, you're being mad nasty right now. So I'm going off on him, and he's kind of taking it because he has no choice but to take it. He knows he's wrong. What else is he gonna do, right? So he's apologizing to me. He's telling me there's nothing going on. I'm reading the messages and the messages seem innocent, but at the same time it wasn't clicking. Like, it seems like some pieces of the puzzle were missing, if that makes sense. So you know how you can like go in your text messages and delete certain messages? Like, you don't have to delete the whole text thread. You could literally select which ones you want to delete. It seems like from the conversation before the picture and the picture, it seemed like there was a whole bunch of things missing. Because I'm putting the connections together and there was no point where it transitioned. And I was like, okay. I'm putting the pieces together, but I'm still a dummy at this point because I forgave him. I was like,
you know what? I'm mad at her because she's my friend and she's supposed to be loyal to me, blah, 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 blah.
While that is correct and it's supposed to be friendship before everything else, and I definitely like was upset with the girl for doing it, and honestly to this day she doesn't know that I knew that she did that. Sis, if you're watching this, I knew. You know who you are too. I knew, and it's all good. Like, there's no beef. It is what it is. At the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna argue with somebody over a man, over my dead body. Basically, we're talking and I'm like, okay, I forgive you, like, this better not happen again. He's like, no babe, I'm so sorry, I love you, da 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 da. We move. So why? Basically, we kept going with our relationship and nothing really crazy happened until Facebook got an update. At some point, Facebook had this update where they would have like family members on friends on the side of your profile. So if you clicked my profile, you could see like my sister, my brother, like my mom if she was on Facebook, and if I chose to add them on the side. But you can also add your friends and family as like other people. So let's say I had really close friends, and one of my closest friends, she was like my sister. Like I could literally assign her to be my sister, and it'll be stuff like that. And you could also title them like things. So back then, like maybe I had some people on my profile and I would call them like twinny, bestie, like right hand, whatever the case is. You know that corny like shit that you did in high school. That's what I did on my profile, and that's what everybody else was doing, right? Because it was kind of cute. We were happy that we got this little update. My boyfriend at the time, Alan, he definitely didn't do nothing to his page right away. I don't know why, but he didn't do what everybody else was doing at the time. So I'm like, cool, whatever, maybe he's just not interested. That didn't make sense because like I told y'all, he was heavy on the Facebook scene, like heavy. So if Facebook got an update, he should have been doing the same thing, right? So we're on this or whatever, and one day I'm in school, I'm in gym class, and I'm sitting on the benches minding my business, not being active like I do. And one of my friends, let's call her Shelly. One of my friends, Shelly, she comes up to me and she sits next to me on the bench, and she's like, hey girl. So I was like, hey, you know, we're chopping it up a little bit. I'm thinking this is gonna be a normal conversation. She says to me, have you seen your boyfriend's Facebook page? And I was like, not recently. No, why? What's up? Like, what are you getting at? She was like, oh, because he put some other people on the side of his profile, and I was wondering like if you knew them or if you know what's going on with him. So I'm like, no, I haven't been on his page in a while. What are you talking about? I'm confused. But gym class had just ended at that time, so it's not even like I could check my phone or nothing like that. And I didn't have like a really fancy phone at that time. I just had one of those like slide up phones, and my mom was already mad at me for like running up her phone bill, texting his boy and calling him and stuff like that. So I definitely wasn't about to go on the internet at that point. So I decide when I get home, I'm gonna check my Facebook and see what's going on. So that was fine. I got home, and literally like when I log onto my Facebook, my inboxes was flooded, and it wasn't flooded with anything. It was flooded with my friends. My friends was like, yo bro, you see what your man is doing? Like, you really gonna let him embarrass you like that? That's crazy. I would never let my man do that. So at this point I'm like, huh, what's going on? I'm so confused. What are y'all talking about? So I'm clicking through the messages. I'm like, yo, hold on. I'm gonna talk to you when I go on his page, because I really don't know what you're talking about right now. I go on this man's page, and when I tell you, I had to stop and just stare. I blinked a few times because I was like, there's no way my eyes are not lying to me like this. Basically, I go on this man's Facebook page, and keep in mind what I said. He was heavy on Facebook, and he had a bunch of like women that he was like friends with and all of that. I go on this man's Facebook page, and when I tell you he was embarrassing me, like that's really an understatement. That's me being nice when I'm saying he was embarrassing me, because what he was doing was just absolutely unacceptable. So on the top of his friends thing or whatever, he had me, and it was like wifey or whatever. But then under that was just mad women. When I say mad women, it was like 10 of them under his page. It was like one Susie or whatever, fine ass like girl or whatever. The next one was like gorgeous Latina. The next one was like I don't know, like stacked or something like that. It was just mad vulgar. The words he was using to explain these women and to describe them, I was like absolutely disgusted. I was disgusted. I couldn't believe this man was embarrassing me like this. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. So I'm like going through this list, and it honestly just got worse. It got worse. The one that pissed me off the most is this man had the audacity to have one of these girls on his profile listed as Lil Wet. Excuse me, come again? Lil Wet who? Lil Wet huh? I was like, no, he's not doing this. Not on Rihanna's internet. It can't be. I refuse to believe this. Like, this is not what's going on. It's a prank. Like, somebody playing with me. Like, cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Cut the cameras. Deadass.
I was so confused. At first it was confusion and then it turned into anger. Because I was like, I don't understand what would make him think that's okay. But realistically, now that I look back at it, the fact that I forgave him the first time when I saw that he was talking to my friend and she was sending him pictures, that's what gave him reason to do it. Because if I could forgive him for doing something like that, he was just gonna run amok. He was gonna do what he had to do. It's free reign. It is free reign. And I was just like, wow, that's what we really doing right now. At first, I didn't say anything to him. I was messaging my friends back and I was like, I can't believe this man did something like this to me. This is embarrassing. I don't know what to do. I don't know if to embarrass him back or to say something. I don't know if to black on him. I don't know if to message these women. Like, I don't know what to do. So my friends talking to me, you know, we running it up. My friends are like, yo, do you want me to message them? Do you want me to make a fake profile? Like, what's up? Like what's up? Let me know what you need. So I was like, nah. I got this. Like, don't worry about it. I got this. So I text him and I'm like, what do you think you're doing? He want to play stupid. He was like, oh, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You being mad dramatic right now. Just say what's on your mind. I was like, have you seen your Facebook page? Did you get hacked or something? Like, what's going on? He was like, oh, no, that was me. I was like, oh, yeah? So you're just taking me for a fool in public. In public. And he was like, oh, calm down. It's not even like that. It's not even that serious. Those are just my friends. You know, I got a lot of female friends. Why you acting like that? You know, I would never do you dirty, this, that, and the third. Just running his mouth like men do. And I was like, yo, bro, I know you're lying to me. I know you're embarrassing me. At this point, the least you could do is just tell me the truth. Like, that's the least you could do to me, honestly, at this point. Because you know it's clipped. You know it's clipped. So just tell me the truth. Please. He still continued to lie. So the whole night I went and I was like investigating. I was going through like these women's like profiles. I was looking to see if he ever wrote on their walls. I was looking to see if he ever commented anything under his pictures. And lo and behold, he was in there like white on rice, commenting on their profiles every morning. Good morning, gorgeous, beautiful, thinking about you, this, that, and the third. Like literally under all of their pictures being thirsty. Thirsty. At this point, I don't care how you're making yourself look, but you're making me look stupid. You got me on the top of this list and you got all these women under it. You're making me look like the ringleader of the circus. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Do not play with me. I was so mad. I was so mad. Bro, if you knew you weren't ready to have a girlfriend, as young as we might be, if you knew that's not something you wanted, why would you just embarrass me like that? I don't understand. I was so pissed off, y'all. Like, I can't believe it. Like, to this day, like, I'm still in shock that I let this happen to me. I was hurt, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's something that needed to happen. And so many other things happened with this man. Like, some guy that I was talking to, he pulled up on him and then he, like, stabbed him in the arm. But that's another story. Yeah, so like so many things happened with this guy, like him cheating on me, him getting me in trouble, all types of things, him embarrassing me, him hurting my self-esteem, all of that. The worst part of this whole situation is after I broke up with him. I broke up with him because you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me on the internet. You cheated on me with mad different girls, okay? Like, after I broke up with him, he had the nerve. During school hours, I'm in the gym, again, minding my business, and this man had the nerve to have his best friend text me. She was like, oh, you hurt my friend, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to pull up on your school and beat you up. Like, me and my friend's gonna jump you, this, that, and the third. So do it. Do it, sis. I was honestly like, yo, please stop texting me because this is really getting ridiculous. I'm not fighting you for this ugly nigga. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not arguing with you. This is stupid. I broke up with him. Leave me alone. Like, I'm not playing with y'all right now. And she like stopped texting me, but he really was like on my body for a while. Like, he was talking about me. He was posting about me. He was threatening me, all of that. Like, it was just a mess, honestly. Like, I learned so much from that because I felt like I was on some like little grown stuff. Like, I thought I was cute. I had a little boyfriend. I thought he was into me. I thought we was gonna be together for a while. You know, I'm on his page. I'm being wifey. And looking back at it, I was like, yo, you was just a dumb little girl, honestly. Like, just so stupid. Look at you. Look at you. But I say all of this to say, especially to like, you know, the girls like watching my video and stuff like that, especially those of you in high school and those of you that are young, even those of you in college, like, protect yourself. And when I say protect yourself, I don't mean sexually. Well, yeah, but I mean protect yourself like emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Because there will be a lot of people who come into your life and they'll seem like some type of, you know, hope for you. And things will be sweet at first. It'll be nice. It'll be romantic. It'll seem like something out of a book or out of a movie. When I tell you, you have to watch out for the signs. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore your gut, and energy never lies. Never, ever, ever lies. If you feel like something's wrong, baby. Trust that. So guys, that's it for my first story time. I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below if something like this ever happened to you. Definitely have more story times with this guy. So like, if you want to know those, like, leave it in the comment box down below. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you and I love you guys. Bye.